Okay, are we good this time? I had a little glitch the first time around, so I'm hoping we're good this time. Hello, hello. Welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. It is Monday. It is a beautiful day today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as well. And I hope the weather is good for you too. So when you jump on, give me a shout out. Let me know where you're coming from. And we'll get started on today's projects. I have a ton of these cards. As you can see, this mess of supplies absolutely everywhere. So I'm sure there's no way we'll get these done today. Although this is a very simple card, but I am creating this card here. So here, maybe there. Try to like get rid of all the excess so you can actually see the card. But I'm creating this card, but I need different greetings. I mean, I love the greeting. These are the moments we'll look back on with joy, but I feel like I need to stock up on a few other card styles. For example, thinking of you. And what was the other one I was going to pick? I can't thank you enough because I always need thank you notes. I send thank you notes to all my customers at the end of the month. So anybody who orders from me gets a fabulous thank you note in the mail. And the best part is I don't actually sign it. I put in a little card with a thank you message from me. And that means you get to reuse the card. So how fabulous is that? Is using the card twice and getting the most use out of it possible. So anytime you place an order with me, you get that extra little special treat of a greeting card that you can send. I try to do thank you notes, but sometimes I just don't have thank you cards. And I'm sure my customers don't always want a thank you note. They maybe need a birthday card or something else. So every once in a while, I just kind of clean out my stash and just go through a lot of different cards to send because that's what I have on staff. No, on hand. On hand. Hi, Laura. How's it going? Okay, so we're just going to start with this bunch. Also, I'm going to try to say this a couple times. I did leave in the description box the one-click shopping for this fabulous card. We will be making this card together on camera on Friday's Dose of Stamping Therapy. This is me getting a head start on Christmas cards. I hope. Here's hoping. I have 12. I think I cut 24 total, but I'm also using them for club. So, wink, wink, sneak peek for my clubbers. But yeah, this is a card that I was like, it's so fabulous. I love it. Quick, simple, and so I cut additional pieces so that I could do with you guys. So if you click the link in the description, it'll show you all the supplies that are used. And the awesome thing about it with the one-click shopping is you can unselect the items you already have and then just purchase the rest of them. So there's no like adding all the items into a cart and going back and forth and everything. It's all there, and then you can just either use that as your recipe or you can use that as your shopping list and either purchase everything that you need or unselect the items you already have. So how awesome is that? That new feature for me to be able to give you guys a complete shopping list is perfect. I love it, and I hope you guys find that to be super handy as well. So that's exciting. It's going okay, good. You know, you just never know. Technology, it's a love-hate for sure. I tried to get it all set up, and apparently that was my problem. I tried to get it all set up before I went to lunch. And I guess like you need to set it up and then just go live instead of let it sit for a little bit. Because it just said there's a problem. I think Facebook is the one with the problem, not me. So this is Coastal Cabana. You guys know how much I love that color, as you can see. back there. Lots of Coastal Cabana, bluey, greeny, minty, Tiffany blue, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I think it looks a little bit more mint, like almost like a green mint. And then other times I think it looks more like a Coastal Cabana, like a bright blue. And then other times it's a light blue. Who knows? So did everyone have a good weekend? I'm trying to think of what I did. Oh yeah, I did the garage sale. I did the garage sale on Friday and Saturday, so that was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with some of my Stamp girls because that's who I do the garage sale with. And, you know, it's always more fun to do a garage sale with other people because, one, you have more diversity in your stuff and more stuff. And two, then you have backup. And you always need backup because then, you know, when someone has to go to the restroom or stop for lunch or... Like I did it 7 to noon both days, but I think they stayed open till like 1 or 2. So it worked out perfectly. It was super fabulous. And not that I'm calling anybody's stuff junk, but to me, I'm done with it. So I got rid of it. So my junk got me money and now I can buy more junk. Isn't that what garage sales are for after all? Is to get rid of junk so you can buy more. $15 boxes. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. And it's hard because you can't really like pack them super full because otherwise they're so heavy you can't move them or they're busting out the bottom. I'm going to bet that there's probably a good like 55 boxes in your stamp room. And I've seen a few pictures of it, but I haven't seen all of it. I just know how stamp rooms just keep coming out. Like, you know, you open a closet and you box 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 and you think that you're done. And like, it just keeps like coming out. Like it's almost like a flip book, like one of those books that like you flip and flip and flip and it just keeps like opening. It's kind of like that. Okay. Of course my comments aren't scrolling today. He probably will be. It's okay. My husband cursed me too. I tried to do a lot of it when he wasn't home for that exact reason. And also because I kind of felt like it was like mine that I had to do. But yeah, it was a lot. Try putting let's see, how old was she this time last year? A little less than a year and a half. A year and a half-year-old strapped to your back in a carrier while carrying boxes in the front up and down stairs. I thought I was going to die. But guess what? I'm still here. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's my motto for that one. And moving definitely tried to kill me. I love this gold foil paper. It's just so pretty. And it adds just that little extra shine and flair. So these are all, I think it's like a 2-inch square. Yes, a 2-inch square. So 2 divisible by 12 or vice versa, however that works, means that you get 1,000,001 little bitty squares. But it also means that you're using up every single inch of that designer series paper. So I'm able to create 101,000 cards. Do you like my math? I've never been good at math, but it's a lot of cards. And I just love the fact that I don't waste any of the designer paper. I could always use this bumblebee side, but I just like the gold so much. Especially the gold with that Coastal Cabana. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Why didn't someone say something? When will I get this? There's a reason you haven't moved in 38 years. I can see that. Okay, let me try to work a little higher. Since you guys couldn't even see what I was doing. Here I am just going to town on these cards. Okay, there's the card that we're doing. Now you guys can see. I apologize for that. So I'm putting these 2-inch squares on opposing corners on the Coastal Cabana, and the gold foil is also a 2-inch square. So it's just going to be like 2, 2, and 2. And then I did 1 3/4 as the center whisper white for the greeting. And that I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. And then, like, I added little gold sequins to this one. I also have some of these gold pearls. And then, of course, I could always use gilded gems, too, because those are gold. Or I could always leave it blank, depending on how blingy you want to make it or how quick and simple you want to make it. Oh, no. If you're just joining in, welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Let me know how your weekend was. Let me know how your weather is, because the weather here in Illinois is gorgeous today. I kind of feel guilty to be like downstairs. Claire has pictures at school today. And, whoop, wrong corner. And let's just say I hope they take a photo of her on her good side. So what was it? Last week she had like a really crazy evening. I don't know what was up. She was just an emotional wreck. Everything was just so upsetting, and just she was like flailing all over the place. And that's what me and my husband like to call the hormonies. Which I feel like this camera has moved. There you go. I'm kind of a hot mess today, aren't I? But if you've ever seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, when she talks about the hormonies, so that's what me and my husband call it. She's got the hormonies. And we took a shower early because we were just like, this night needs to wrap it up real fast. So after the shower, we usually just kind of hang out, watch a little TV, kind of wind down, that sort of thing. And she decided to spin. And she sometimes spins with her eyes closed, so I'm not sure whether her eyes were closed or they were open. Either way, she was spinning in our bedroom and fell and hit, like, the end of our bed is like solid, but short, like, you know, under the mattress. And then on the corners, on the 4 corners, there's like a top, like it's like a flat square, again, under the surface of the mattress. And I'm pretty sure she hit right on that corner, right like on her cheekbone. I was about to die, thinking that she was just going to like open her mouth and blood was going to pour out because she bit her cheek, or, you know, a tooth or something like that. Luckily she didn't. She does actually still take, she takes a binky at bedtime, and she already had that in her mouth. So I think the binky might have saved her mouth from that, but it became an instant bruise. That was I think that was like last Thursday. No, it was last Tuesday, because she went to school on Wednesday, and I was like, sorry for the bruise. So yeah, that bruise is almost a week old. That is insane. So anyway, it definitely, like, I would say just today, it's finally starting to turn that like yellow look. So we probably still have like 2 more days. Yesterday we were playing on the front porch, and I saw a mosquito on her face, And I hurried up and like got him off and like, swatted him away without smacking her in the face or anything. Because you guys all know I get eaten alive by mosquitoes. And the thing bit her. So right next to her bruise, she has a mosquito bite. She is just a hot mess. So yeah, I hope they take a photo of her on this side, smiling cutely. Because it's a disaster. Beautiful and cool there, but what is your cool? Because like our cool is like, 70s, low 80s. I mean, high 60s I think is almost chilly. Your cool is probably a little bit cooler than that. Yes, what was up with it? Was it like a full moon or was it just a 2-year-old thing? That's crazy, Becky, that he was the same way. I don't know. Toddlers, like, they know the sign of the moon or something. They're like, let's all go crazy at the same time. But yeah, if you ever need an explanation for it, Becky, we call it the hormonies. So boys have hormonies too, so we can always blame it on that. Probably if I put 5 of these on each one of them, I'm going to be here forever peeling off the backs. And I kind of think it might be small enough that it doesn't need a center one, but you guys all know I'm an overuser of dimensionals too. So I also, when I make multiples, so you guys all know that making multiples is easier than making, making 15 of one card is easier than making 15 different cards. But you might think, I hate making the same card over and over and over again. So I'm kind of like that too, but it is easier. So that's why I will be doing that a lot with my Christmas cards. So one of the things that I tend to do, because I used to do wedding invitations and everything, so I'd be making, 200, 300, 400 of the same card over and over and over again. Although it wasn't like necessarily as detailed as one of these cards or anything. But what I would do is I would do a little bit of one task and then move to the next one and then do a little bit of another task and then move to the next one and then start back at the beginning and slowly just kind of make my way through. So like if you get bored on something, like I'm about ready to finish out this pack and I'm getting tired of sticking them on. So I'm going to move and I'm going to start stamping. And then I might even go back and fold some more Whisper White card bases and then do a little bit and move them to this pile. So it's like I'm just always moving everything forward, but doing it, whoops, I already cut that one. But like moving it, to the final destination of a completed card. How crazy. I was thinking to say that, but I also didn't want to jinx you. But yeah, so I know we're super lucky and Claire sleeps amazing. But she normally sleeps until like 7:30 up to like 8:15. Anytime between 7:30 and 8:15 is when she'll wake up. 8:15 doesn't happen all the time. She woke up at 6:40 yesterday. We looked at the clock and we were like, it is still dark. What is going on? And then she was up this morning at 7:30. And I dropped her off at school and I was just like, good luck, because she was up a little early. So I don't know what's up with that. She did nap very well yesterday, but I don't know what's up with this. But it's not good because I know they wear her out at school and she doesn't nap as good at school. So tonight should be interesting. But that's so crazy. There must be some sort of like I know they kind of shut you off on the leaps with kids and sleep regressions and stuff like that. But I honestly think that that is still a thing as you go on in life. The more I read about kids' sleep and try to figure out her sleep, I realize that it's really the same with adults too. And I'm so like, I feel kind of dumb, but I'm also like mesmerized by it. Like putting to bed a overtired kid is really hard because it's hard to settle. But I noticed there was like 4 days in a row that I didn't get to nap. And with my pregnancy, I really need naps. And I was not sleeping well at night. I was having weird dreams. I was waking up, which I always have weird dreams. I was waking up and then couldn't fall back asleep. I was waking up like 2 and 3 times. Some of that is to get up and go pee, but also, you know, why am I waking up? And I was like, I bet it's because of that. And the days that I take a nap, I crash, I maybe wake up once, and I sleep so much better. And I'm like, how crazy is that? But it's the same thing for my 2-year-old as it is for me, and I'm 35, so it's crazy. Which we also have to have grace with our 2-year-olds too. I'm like, she's having a bad day. Like, we all have bad days. It's totally okay. You've already had one nap today. Oh my, 5 a.m. Yeah. That's crazy. And it's so hard because it just whacks up the whole schedule and the whole day. And you're like, I don't know what to do. 76 and breezy. Okay, that's gorgeous. I would have to admit that that is a very nice, cool day. Although, I don't know if I would quite say cool. 76, I guess, compared to like 100 or something. It's a cool day. Hey, look, I did all but one. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. You guys are keeping me nice and distracted, so I'm not getting like super bored with it. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys. So I am blown away by your guys' cottage cheese concoctions. Like, blown away. Like, I've heard about the fruit thing, but I didn't know that pineapple was the main fruit that people like to eat with cottage cheese. But I had someone on my YouTube, shout out to all my YouTube peeps who are rewatching this. Love you guys too. Said you have to try cottage cheese and chopped onions. Not so sure I'm on board with that. No, I think that one is going to be a hard pass for me. You know what? I don't even think the thinking of you is going to fit. It is so not going to fit. Also, did you guys know, unless it says, and it doesn't on either one of these, unless it says images are at 80%, this is the size of the image. And that goes the same for the image that's in the catalog. If you see an image in the catalog, that is the size of it, unless it says, you know, images at 50%. Like sometimes if all the images are the exact same size, then there'll be like a big one and it'll say actual size and then the rest will be kind of smaller. But otherwise, that size is that size. So you can easily set your piece of cardstock down and say, that's not going to fit, or that does fit, or the leaf fits. But you can also open it up and hold it there too. But you could look in the catalog and do that same thing. So I wonder if I Can't Thank You Enough actually fits. No. Great. I think I'm going to do a few in the Sending Healing Hugs. Although I'm not so sure that this is a Healing Hugs card. I don't know. It's a little too blingy, I feel like, but who knows? I'm with you, Tammy. I think that is crazy. Cottage cheese and beets. Okay, so I'll be honest. I've never actually had a beet. I don't know what they taste like. I've never even given the opportunity, I don't feel like, to try a beet. How crazy is that? Raise your hand if you've tried beets. Raise your hand if you like beets. I feel like that's one of those like weird vegetables. Ooh. So I messed up that one, like it didn't come out clear on this side. So I'm just going to flip it over and do it again, but I'm going to kind of like tap a few times on it to know that that's not the good side. That way I just know. Nailed it. Well, now I need to find a good thank you. Peaceful Moments is one of my other go-to stamp sets. That's where the These Are the Moments We'll Look Back On With Joy came from. But I almost think that the thank you is too big. Yeah. You know, the happy birthday fits. I'm going to make a couple birthday cards too. You tried it, but you're not a fan? You've tried them, Laura? Your husband said to raise his hand. Well, hi, Tammy's husband. Yeah, now, I mean, to be honest, I guess I could have asked my in-laws the last time they visited because we got food at our favorite place, Fire and Smoke. Shout out to you guys. You're amazing. We love you. We eat there every Saturday. Or not there. We get takeout every Saturday. Best. Oh my gosh. Best by far. We have two other barbecue places that are probably both of them are less than a mile from our house. And this one is probably 10 miles from our house. It's like a 15-minute drive across town. And that's where we go. Because it's the best. It's absolutely amazing. Nothing comes close. Anyway, they got pickled beets and shared a side of pickled beets the last time they were here. So, I mean, technically, I guess I should have asked them, hey, can I try a pickled beet? But I didn't. I don't think I want to get a side of pickled beets because I don't think my husband likes them. So if I don't like them, then what are we going to do? And my mom has an absolutely huge garden, but she's never made beets. So, I don't know. Okay, so now we're just going to flip all these over. And there's our mistake one. And add these to the card front. And then all we have left is the bling. How many of you guys watch Dancing with the Stars? We watched it religiously. I took notes and I had Excel spreadsheets. That might sound a little crazy, but that's kind of normal for me. I do that for a lot of things. Okay, I know it's still crazy, but it's not crazy for me because I do it a lot. Like I have notes. I'm a super, super, super lover of pageants. And I have all the notes from Miss America, Miss Universe, Miss USA, all of those back since I was able to write. I have notebooks of all of it whenever I was a kid. Now I do it on a computer. But anyway, used to watch it all the time. And then, like, I don't know, it kind of got old and Claire was born and we stopped watching TV because we went to bed early or I was still putting her down and nursing her. And so all that kind of ended. But this season looks crazy and I'm intrigued again. But I just don't know that I can dedicate that much time to a show because I don't currently watch any shows like that. So I feel like I have to like find new time to do that. And I'm not so sure where to find this new time. Ooh, I stamped one extra. How weird is it that I just randomly stamped and I randomly did the other thing and I was missing one on the other one and I'm one extra this go around. Oh, look, I had to do an extra one and look, it was already right there. So I was actually correct on the last one. I think the big reason why I like Dancing with the Stars is because I just like dancing. I wish I could dance like that, but I have zero rhythm whatsoever. Even when I sing, Brad's like, ooh. But you know what? I still do it, and I don't care. But I can't carry a tune in a bucket. Like, anytime like he'll like start snapping his fingers or like tapping or something, and I'm like, no, oh, okay. I just don't have it. My mom doesn't really either, so good luck, Claire. Brad does. He's got it, but I don't know. She's either going to have it and the next child isn't, or she's going to be like half and half. Who knows? What is everybody having for supper tonight? We're having burgers, and I'm so excited. Can you tell? I have been craving burgers so much, and these are just, I don't know, they're so amazing. It's like a whole new light. We didn't have burgers for such a long time, and now we're having burgers, and it's like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. One of the other things that I'll share with you guys that we used to do this a lot, and then we kind of stopped, and then now we're back at it, probably because I'm just wanting new and different things. But we get deli sliced roast beef, and we've gotten different kinds of bread each time. Sometimes we get like a French bread. Sometimes we just get buns. Sometimes, let go of my finger. So that kind of doesn't matter. But put it in the oven, face up, bottom bun, some of that, and then some cheese. Mozzarella cheese is usually what we do. For some reason, Brad says for doing like a French dip, you use mozzarella, but a good roast beef and cheddar cold is good. I don't know. I like cheese. I'm okay with either one. And then toast it a little bit, warm it up, toast it. And then we get, and I don't even know what it's called, but it's like this cute little mini jug. Like it looks like a little plastic jug. And it's concentrated au jus. And it's heavenly. Like I could eat that for every meal. Okay. You had burgers last night? Oh, how fun. Mexican with the pastor's wife and friend. That is awesome. Do you like authentic Mexican or do you like Americanized Mexican? It boggles my mind. You guys know how much I love cheese. My tacos are pretty much just meat and cheese and some sour cream because I'm not a huge veggie fan. But most authentic Mexican does not have cheese on it, and that makes me really sad. 13 cards, and it's $12.49. How amazing is that? Like, I am rocking and rolling through these. And I'm just going to keep going until it's 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to cut myself off. But yeah, authentic Mexican doesn't really have a lot of cheese, and that makes me sad. You prefer Americanized? Plus, I'm not a spicy person, so I don't know that I could do like authentic Mexican. No cheese and too spicy, I'm out. I feel like there's a lot more Bumblebee squares in this pile than there are cards. I don't know if that means I should cut more or whether I should just toss them into my scrap bin. The thing is my scraps are getting out of hand. I feel like I need to just start like letting Claire play with the scraps because there's too many scraps. Hi, Cindy. I'm feeling fabulous today. The weather is amazing, minus my allergies feel really ramped up. My husband said his were too. I don't know what it is. I hate allergies. It's like the annoying relative who never leaves or something. I don't know. But I'm trying to drink a lot of water to flush it out and minimize it. I also am still doing that nasal rinse every day. I actually do it twice a day. And I find that that is helping a lot. Or I think it is. I don't know. It might be mental. Either way. But of course, with pregnancy, you have increased mucus. Yay. So that doesn't help. I feel like between pregnancy and allergies, I feel like I have half of the symptoms on the COVID list. And I'm like, I'm good, really. I think. I don't know. I didn't go anywhere. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the allergies this year. I think it's just because it's 2020. Here's to next year. Trying to make the most of it, though. I can't believe that we're already halfway through September. Didn't September just start? Like, wasn't Labor Day yesterday? And it's already the 14th, which means tomorrow is halfway. What happened to September? October is next. Oh my gosh, mind blown. But that means we get to find out the baby gender sooner, because that's in October. Should be, I think. I think it's at the end of the month in October. Our next appointment is at the beginning of October, and I'm pretty sure we'll set the date for it then. So I can't wait. This go around, it is killing me. I need to know. I need to know 7 weeks ago. Last time I was just kind of like embracing it, rolling with the punches, couldn't wait for the anatomy scan and gender. And this time I'm just like, I want to know now. But I'm trying to find patience because that's what kids teach you. You would have thought I would have learned it well enough with Claire to get through, but I guess some of it faded away. But yeah, pregnancy teaches you patience, especially at the end. And kids teach you patience. I have one card left sitting over there, but nope, I've decided to move to this layer. See, that's where I tell you, I just get bored with one task and I just want to move on to the next one. But I'm super impressed that I'm almost finishing all of these cards. And there was a ton of them. I'm out of adhesive. I got more. Oh, girl, I feel for you for having pneumonia. I had pneumonia in high school. So I was young and fresh, and I swear if I get it again, I think I'd rather die. It was horrendous. Like, absolutely the worst ever. I would do 33 hours of labor again before I would do pneumonia again. I was pretty much dead for like 2 months. Although it took me like 3 weeks for them to figure out what was even wrong with me because they were so slow on that. Like, you know, pneumonia kind of starts out like a cold. Okay, fine. Okay, it's still here. It's kind of getting worse. Can't breathe, blah, blah, blah. So what do? They tested me for mono. No, actually, wait. They tested me for strep throat first. Isn't that the worst? And so, you know, 2 more days or whatever later, nope, that came back negative. How you feeling? Still bad. Okay, give it another day, another weekend, whatever it might be. Then they tested me for mono. Then they finally tested me for pneumonia. I was actually at school the day they called and said that. My mom was like, you need to come home. Because, like, I would stay home, and mostly it was because I would get bored. And so I'd go back to school. And then that day of school would absolutely kill me. And so then I'd stay home for a couple more days. But it was nuts. And the symptoms I had were even crazier. We had to set up chairs all over the house so that I could walk from one room to the next and sit down because I would get so out of breath. I couldn't even stand at church for a long time because I couldn't stand for a long time. It was insane. And the worst part, and this is going to sound so crazy, but you guys know I'm crazy, and it's okay. I was always smelling, or what I thought it smelled like, raw meat. I don't know why. It was the weirdest thing. I would just be like, it smells like raw meat. I'm like, Mom, are you cooking in there? No. It was nuts. But yeah, I still feel like I can run. Like I have ran 5Ks before. I go up a flight of stairs and I'm winded. There's something about stairs that just hate me. It was like every other day I attended school because for the most part, I don't really remember having like the cough or anything. It was just the shortness of breath. And so I would get up enough energy from staying home for a day or so, and then I would be like, I'm ready to go, I'm feeling better. And then the day would pretty much drain me for the next couple of days. So yeah, if I ever get that again, I don't know. I just don't know if I'll survive. Especially since I was in high school. I was young. Not that I'm not now, right? Still a kidult at heart. That's what me and my husband call each other. We refuse to grow up. Although it kind of stinks. Some things we have to be grown-ups with. Which is probably why other times I still eat ice cream out of a monkey bowl. Because it's Claire's and I love that bowl. But you all know I love monkeys too, so. Okay, well, it's 1 o'clock. I should probably wrap this up so I'm not on here forever with you guys. But I'm so impressed at how many cards I got done today. And you guys kept me entertained. Hopefully we all enjoyed a little stamping therapy. Whether you were just watching along or whether you're stamping too. But let's see. We made 13, right? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Completed 13 and almost done with 9 more. So how awesome is that? Like, I'm so impressed with how many cards I just finished. So I'm super excited about that. Don't forget, in the description box, I did leave a shopping list, or it could just be a supply list for you to gather the items for this card, which I will be making on Friday. This will be one of my Christmas cards that I'm doing this year and trying to get a head start on those. I know some of you guys really like to get a head start on it, and so I'm going to try to intermingle a couple of those with the fall stuff that is going on right now. So I don't want to jump too far ahead and forget some of our holidays, but also Christmas is kind of big to prepare for. So I definitely do want to get a head start on that. So you can click that link in the description and you will see a complete list of the supplies. You can always uncheck some of the boxes if you already have those items and then just purchase the rest of them. Or you can go ahead and get all of them, or you can use that as your list of items to get for next Friday so that you can stamp right along with me. I'll be giving all of the dimensions and details of that card on Friday so that we can stamp that together, and hopefully we can get a whole bunch of them done together too, because I feel like I just need to get like 50 done to start feeling caught up a little bit. So I hope you guys all have a wonderful day today and enjoy this beautiful weather and the fact that it's Monday. And yeah, love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. I hope you all stay safe and stay healthy. Watch out for those allergies out there. They're out to get us, as well as all the mosquitoes. And yeah, and I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday right here at 12:15. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.